This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Guys, can you hear me? Yeah. So the last class we talk about the first application step one, right? Because first up JDBC first application we discussed the first step. What the first step? Tell me. Load the driver, right? So we are discussing about JDBC, guys. The JDBC, the JDBC. So JDBC is the driver we discussed in last class, right? What a driver, guys? A driver is a translator who translates Java API syntaxes into what database format. Driver is just a class name, guys. Driver is a Java class. Driver is a Java class given by database vendor in the form of what jar file. Oracle driver class name is what? This one is a class name. In this complete class name, Oracle driver full class name. Full class name is what? This one package name is what? Oracle.jdbc.driver. Class name is what? Oracle driver. And this class is present in the jar file, guys. These are the different jar file names and if you like jar file locations here. Jar file locations. To load the driver class, for name method we use, right? For name method. Exactly. So build upon that class and Oracle driver contains one static block. What the static block will do? Oracle driver contains one static block. The static block will register the driver into driver manager service. So in the last class, the driver is registered in which one? Driver manager service, right? Exactly. Okay, step two. Coming to step two. Step two is like create the connection. Create the tell me create the connection between tell me connection okay connection between create the connection between what java to what database create the connection between java to what database, right? Exactly. Just to create the connection previously where is the driver is registered previously where the driver is registered driver manager service, right? That's what, guys. Driver manager class is providing driver manager class is providing tell me guys, providing the get connection method. Driver manager class is providing the get connection method, guys, to make the connection to make the connection, right? Exactly. This driver manager class is providing what get connection method to provide the connection, basically to provide what connection, right? Exactly. Can you please open the driver manager class? Can you please check the get connection method syntax? Because the JDBC basically, JDBC predefined support in the form of two packages. In the form of how many packages, ma? In the form of two packages. So what are the two packages? Core Java contains how many packages? 14 packages. Core Java contains total almost 14 packages. JDBC predefined support. JDBC predefined support classes and interfaces in the form of JDBC predefined support in the form of how many packages? Two packages. What the two packages means? What are two packages, guys? One is like the first package we have like java.sql package .sql package, and second one is like java x.sql package. Java x.sql package. So there's just two packages. That's it. JDBC complete support only these two packages, java.sql package and java x.sql package. Java x.sql, right? That's it. Let me open the java.sql package. To open that, just you can go for this one API documentation. I hope you know that how to check the API documentation. The Java which package SQL package we have to open. Go for the Java.sql package. Java.pqrs. Yeah, Java.sql package will get, yeah. This one Java.sql package. Java.sql package contains what driver manager class. These are the classes and exceptions and enums. Driver manager class is there. Click on this driver manager. Guess what the package name? Java.sql package. This contains what the class name? Driver manager. You got the point, right? Driver manager. Mm, you got the packages, what am I? Please tell me. Please tell me slowly, sir. Ah, very good, slow. You go slowly. Otherwise, do one thing. You have the option like to slow the class, so you can slow down. Create the connection between the Java database. To create the connection, driver manager class is providing. Let me guess. Driver manager class is providing what get connection method to make the connection. Because in the first step, where is your driver is loaded? Driver manager service. That's what from the driver manager service we need to get the connection. JDBC predefined support in the form of what? Two packages. Srivani, okay na? How many packages, Srivani? Two packages. Java.sql package, JavaX.sql package. How many packages? Two packages. These are two packages, right? Open the API documentation. In API documentation, Java.sql package. Click slowly can click on the Java.sql package. Uh, Slowly we need to click on what JavaScript package. Slowly come down. There we can uh, there we can see what the package name driver manager. Open this driver manager. See this one driver manager. This is the basic servicing. Read this point, driver manager, right? Yeah. The basic service for managing set of drivers. This is called driver manager. You got the point, right? The driver manager, public class driver manager is the public class driver manager. The basic service for managing what set of JDBC drivers. Okay. From here, for here, we have the get connection method. Get a connection method. Can you please take this connection method? This get connection method. Okay, this is which class connection method? Driver manager, right? This get connection method belongs to driver manager. Let me write this point here. JDBC predefined support in the form of how many packages? Two packages. First, let me talk about the driver manager. This is like driver manager is providing what get connection method. Driver manager is providing the get connection method to make the connection. Okay, this is syntax, guys. This is the method syntax. Method signature. Method signature. Huh? Signature means what? Only method name and parameters, right? Method syntax is correct. This method syntax expecting how many arguments? Username to get the connection. Yeah, string username, string URL. First one is a URL. Every database contains URL pattern. Every database contains what? A URL pattern. Okay, fine. This is like string URL pattern, username, password. You got the point, right? Yeah. How can you get the connection? To get the connection, use what? Get connection method. To get the connection, use what? Get connection method. Get connection method belongs to driver manager. Here, what the method name? Get connection method expecting how many arguments? Three arguments. It return type is what? Connection object, right? It return the connection object. What is the URL pattern, sir? Every database contains the driver class name and URL pattern fixed. The URL pattern like JDBC colon URL. The URL will be like this: JDBC colon Oracle colon tin colon at the rate localhost colon 1521 colon X is a logical name. JDBC, this is a thin driver, guys. Basically, we have the drivers like type 1 driver, type 2 driver, type 3 driver, type 4 driver. Those all are outdated drivers. What I'm using like type 4 driver. But different types of drivers are there. In the first step itself, previous class, types of drivers. Types of what? Drivers. Generally, we have the type 1 driver, type 2 driver. Because JDBC itself is a we are not using most in the real time. We are using like Spring Data, JPA concepts like that. Coming to these drivers, type 1 driver is the type 2 driver. These all are outdated concepts. Not required, no worries about this. But we are using which driver? Type 4 driver. This is called thin driver. This is called what? Thin driver. Some people are saying like different types of drivers means type 1 driver, type 2 driver, type 3 driver, and type 4 driver. This is called thin driver. You get the point, right? Yes. So this is like what we are using. Which driver we are using? Tell me. Type 4 driver. Got the point, right? Yes. So here the 2 points, no? JDBC predefined support. How many packages are there? Two packages. What are the two packages? Java X.Solid pack, Java.SQL package and Java X.SQL package. And who will how to create the connection? Create the connection using which method? Get connection method. Get connection method is belongs to driver manager class. Driver manager class contain get connection method, right? Expecting how many arguments? Three arguments. This is URL pattern. This is a fixed URL, guys. In real time, in place of local host, guys, we have a database IP address. In real time, the database may be in the different host. Here, where is my database? The database is present in what? Same mission, right? The database is present in what? Same mission. The database is present in the same mission. That's what we are making the data like, local host, right? Yeah. 1521 is a port number. X is a logical name. X is what? Logical name, right? Next one is what, guys? Username. If you take the username, tell me, guys, if you take the username, this is my username. What the username, guys? Database username system. In my system, the database username is system. And password is what, password is what? Manager, right? Exactly. In your system, what you given the username password, just you can make the data like this. You got the point, right? Yeah. Good, guys. Then get connection method expecting how many arguments? Three arguments. Let me take the code. Last class we done this one, right? Yeah. Step one is complete. Driver loaded successfully done. Guess what is step two? Tell me then. Step two is what? Create the connection, right? Create the connection. How to create the connection, guys? Driver manager dot get connection. Because you please don't write the complete names. Always use the control space. But the first argument, tell me, user URL. Second argument, username. Third argument, password. Tell me, guys, what the URL pattern? JDBC colon Oracle colon in colon @ localhost colon 1521 colon exe is the logical name. The username, tell me, guys. Username is system. Password is what? Manager. Manager, right? Exactly. Yes, it return type is what? What it returns means connection object, right? That's what it return type is what? Connection object. That's what you can make the connection, right? Yes, connection equal to driver manager dot what get connection. This is the data for that. The first step, what we are doing, we are loading the driver. When we load the driver, we are throwing exception, right? Which exception? Because we are loading the driver class name. We are loading what? Driver class name. We are loading the driver class name if the class is not present, class not found exception, right? Class is not present, what exception? Class not found exception. Class is not present, class not found exception, right? Same way we are connecting the database. Database is not present, SQL exception, right? That's what we need to handle, SQL exception. So yeah, that get connection method throws which exception? SQL exception. So get connection method throws SQL exception. Get connection method, tell me, method throws which exception, guys? Throws SQL exception, comma, it is a checked unchecked exception, checked exception. Srivani, okay na? You need to slow down the class again. Please respond. Srivani. Okay, sir. You have to give the party because we slow down the class. Huh? Shivani, bring the more money. Celebrate, we will celebrate. Party అంటే no one responding. ఎక్కడ? ఓకే సార్ అంట. ఓకే said okay, party fixed then. అయితే it is a checked exception. Get connection method throws which exception? Checked exception. Get connection method throws SQL exception. It is a checked exception. So handle the checked exception. Handle the exception using try catch blocks or what? Throws, right? Try catch blocks or throws keyword. Enough. Get the point, right? Enough, guys. That is information. Guys, let me open Eclipse ID. Yeah, destroying exception. Enough, completed task. Okay, just a driver manager get connections. Or why driver manager means previous class. Your driver is loaded into what? Driver manager. So no, previous class load the driver means where this driver is registered among driver manager service. On the driver manager service, driver manager get connection method. To which database you are connecting? Tell me. System and what manager, right? Exactly. Because if you want, you can check the API documentation once. See, see guys, this is get connection method. What a get connection method? Tell me. Attempts to establish a connection to the given database URL. Because in the database URL only, tell me guys, database URL only, you are giving the IP address, right? So in database URL only, you are giving what? IP address. The driver manager attempts to select the appropriate driver from the driver manager set of registered drivers. Understand this point, right? Attempting to establish a connection to the given database URL. The driver manager attempts to select an appropriate driver from the set of registered drivers. You got the point, right? Yeah. Um, these are the arguments, parameters. That's how many parameters we have? Three parameters. These are the three parameters. The first parameter, tell me. This is the first parameter, URL. This is the first parameter. This is a URL. A database, tell me, a database URL of the in the form of what? JDBC colon subprotocol colon subname. The database username behalf of the connection is being made. The user's password, right? User's what? Password. Throwing which exception, guys? SQL exception. If the database has a the database access error occurs or URL is what? Null. We got to check exception number SQL exception. I think now you got some idea about these parameters, this information, right? Exactly. Point, right? Yes, parameters, and this is the details, right? Uh, JDBC properties. JDBC properties. The properties. Establishing the connection, right? Enough. Let's completed second step. Driver manager dot what method? Get connection method. What the get connection? JDBC colon Oracle colon tin colon localhost colon 1 by 2 colon XC system and what manager. Once if it is done successfully, sys out control space. Tell me connection. Nah, connection created what successfully, right? So check the connection plus please print the connection variable once so that we can see the hash code, right? If really connection object is created, we can see what hash code. Bhagwan acha kare to output will come. Otherwise, no output. Yes, run this code Bhagwan acha kare. Acha hai. Driver loaded or not loaded? Driver loaded successfully. Connection created, not created, created. We got that hash code, right? Hash code is ready means object is ready. Connection object is ready, guys. The second step is completed. That's it. How to get the connection number? Get connection method. Get connection method belongs to driver connection. Get connection expecting how many arguments? What are three arguments? URL. That's it. Return the connection object, right? Connection is ready. JDBC predefined support how many packages? Two packages. Two packages. Drivers type 1, type 2. Understood. Yes, can you hear me? Monica, can you hear me? Monica, can you hear me? Govardhan, can you hear me? Hello. Hello, mic texting. One, two, three.
చెప్పండి.
Can you hear me now? వీళ్ళు రెస్పాండ్ అవుతున్నారు కింద. Topic is what? Get the connection number. So connection equal to what? Driver manage dot get connection. Expecting how many arguments? Three arguments. URL, username, password. Connection created what? Successfully connection is ready, right? Okay, simply can run this code. If you run this code, click on OK, fine. Yes, connection created what? Successfully. Successfully we completed second step. You got the point, right? Total how many steps? Total four steps. Load the driver. When we load the driver is automatically registered into driver manager service. From the driver manager service, get connection method we are calling to get all the connections. Step 3 we'll do next class. We'll go for the step 4 now. Step 4 is what, Amma? Close the connection. Close the resources. Very good. Close the resources. Just to close the resources, you can go for the close method. Connection dot close, right? That's what, guys. To close the connection, use the close method. Guys, to close the connection, what step number? How much, guys? Here, cool. 4. Release the. Tell me, guys. Release the resources. Just to close the connection. To close the connection, use which method? Use close method, right? Use a close method. Yes, close method is belongs to which class? Connection dot close only we have to use, right? Connection dot what? Close. Then we need to check the connection class close method. Wait, connection class what? Close method, right? Then open the connection, guys. It's the interface from the SQL. Go for the SQL package. Then you can open the connection here. In the connection, we can see the method is what? Tell me, connection is what? Close, exactly. Okay, this is like interface connection, a connection with a specific database. Hmm. A connection is a specified what with a specific database. SQL statements are executed and what results are returned within the context of a connection. It means like in the connection, right? Exactly. Okay, this is about what point connection information. Yes, we got the driver manager class, and let me write what it returns, guys. Connection object, right? Exactly. This is the connection, guys, and public interface connection. Public interface what? Connection, right? Exactly. This one here you can see, right? A connection is what? Session with a specific database. The SQL statements are executed and returned. Tell me, SQL statements are what? Executed and what? Returned, right? Yeah, executed and what? Returned with the context of what? Connection, right? It means on the top of the connections only, right? Yeah, SQL statements are executed on the behalf of connection, right? A connection object A connection object database is able to provide information, describe the tables and all. Fine. So configure the JDBC application. These are the connections, connection information, guys. Connection, we have the multiple methods about the connections. Close the connections. Commit is there. Let me go for the close. This is like close method, guys. To close the connection, we can go for which method, guys? Close method. This is a close method syntax. Got the point, right? Close method. What this close method will do? Read this point, Amma. Release this connection object. Release this what, Amma? Connection object database, and a JDBC resource immediately. Uh, Instead of waiting for what, Amma? Exactly. Automatic release. It's instead of waiting for automatic release, Amma, it immediately do the action, right? Exactly. Close method will immediately close the connection, guys. Instead of waiting for what, Amma? Automatic close. Instead of waiting for automatic close, immediately it will close the connection. Even if it didn't close, means what? Automatically closed once the method is completed. Because once this method main method is completed, it's automatically released. Instead of waiting for automatic release, what we can do? Yeah, close method will close the connection, guys. Release the connection objects, database resource immediately. JDBC resources what, immediately, instead of waiting, uh, instead of what, waiting for them to be automatically released. Instead of we are waiting for automatic release, it immediately release, right? Exactly. That is called, close method. You got the point, right? Uh, but it is point. It strongly recommended that application explicitly commits a rollback an active transaction prior calling close method. If close method is called, there an active transaction, the result is implementation defined. It's called transaction management level, no? But just we can check that. We can check that what transactions commit and rollback operations done perfectly or not. That I'll tell you later classes. Fine, you got the point that close method will close the connection perfectly. Got the point, right? Instead of automatically closed, what the point, guys? Instead of waiting for them automatically released, it will close what, immediately. You got the point, right? How to get the connection, get connection method. How to close the connection, close method. uh, and before that we have like system dot out dot println of connection dot is closed method is there. Now is it closed now? This line is that connection is closed, not closed. This line connection is not closed, but after closing you can add this one. Now it is closed, right? First one is true or false, ma? First one is is closed, no, false, right? Now is it closed, yes, true, right? Something like run this code, ma. First one is what, ma? False. Second one is what, true, right? Hmm. To check the connection is closed or not, we are going for which method, guys? Is closed method. Is closed, right? Yeah, it's not required. Just take another point also. Is closed just to check the connection is whatever released or not. Close method will close the connection to check the connection is closed or not. Retrieve whether this connection object has been closed. A connection is closed if the method is closed when called fat letters is connection are closed. Got the point, right? Written what written, true if the connection object is closed. False if still is open. That is line is enough to understand the point, right? Yeah, true. This method returns the true. Tell me, this method will returns what? True if the connection is object is what, closed. False if if it is what, still open. Exactly. I got the point, right? Just we written that point also here, right? Just we written the message like connection is closed. Is closed means false, ma. Now it is closed, right? Exactly. Give the message like, resources are released what, ma, successfully, right? Resources are what, released successfully, right? That is information, guys. You got the point, huh? Simply can run this code. Driver loaded successfully, huh? Connection created, is closed, false. Is closed, true. Resource are released what, ma, successfully. You get the point, right? That is the three steps. Write the code, execute the code, again it will take one class. First application it will take the 4 5 classes. Remaining all application, load the driver, no need to explain. Create the connection, no need to explain. Close the resources, no need to explain. Only we need to change the query. Just only we need to change what code. That's why first application only take the three classes almost. You got the clarity, right? Yes. This is the example for that. You also while writing the code, first step, first example, you need to load the driver. First example, build path and first example you can do. After that, second example is what load the driver, right? Sorry, second step is what create the connection. Just create what connection, right? Exactly. Yes, types of drivers. What are the types of drivers? Type 1 driver, type 2 driver, type 3 driver, type 4 driver. These are different types of drivers are there. Yes, almost all these are all outdated, guys. We know what is about is all the drivers and all. Yes, type 1 driver is there, type 2 driver is there. Mm, yeah, so this is JDBC API, guys. Here we have the are you able to see, right? Type 1 driver. Type 1 driver, JDBC, ODBC, bridge driver. JDBC, ODBC, bridge driver. Type 2 driver is what? Partial JDBC driver. Type 3 driver is what? Network protocol driver. Type 4 is what? Pure Java driver. Native protocol driver or pure Java driver. Different types of drivers here. We are using which driver now? Type 4 driver. Thin driver. Pure Java driver, yes. Pure what? Java driver, right? Exactly. Guys, we have the first driver is what? JDBC, ODBC, bridge driver. And the type 1 driver, type 2 driver, these all are outdated here. So JDBC first, what the type 1 driver? JDBC, ODBC, bridge driver. Second one is what? Partial Java driver. Third one is what? Pure JDBC driver. Pure Java JDBC driver. Type 4 also like that, no problem. I'm looking for the names to copy paste. These are the names. Yes, type 1 driver, type 2 driver, type 3 driver, type 4 driver. These are the type 1 types of drivers. There are four types. Number one is what? Type 1 driver. Number two is what? Type 2 driver. Type 1 driver is what? JDBC, ODBC, bridge driver. If someone say type 1 driver means just okay, just drivers like different types of drivers. Which driver you are loading now? This example, thin driver. Thin driver, or we can say like pure Java driver. Pure Java driver. Get the point, right? Thin driver, or pure Java driver, you can say. Type 1 driver is what? JDBC, ODBC, bit driver. JDBC, ODBC, bit driver. Type 2 driver is what? Native API driver. Type 3 driver is what? Network protocol driver. Type 4 driver is what? Thin driver. Which driver we are using? Type 4 driver. This is like type 4 driver. What the driver you are loading? That is called type 4 driver, thin driver, or pure Java driver. You got the point, right? Yes. Sir, can you please give the password is wrong password? Yes, username I given wrong username. System I given what? System. Yes, SYST, right? Exactly. Let's run this code. You can see the output. Driver loaded. After loading the driver, it's saying that what? When you get the error message, first read the errors. First to read the errors carefully. What the driver is here? Invalid username password. Login is what? Denied. If username password is wrong means you'll get username password. Invalid username password. Username is wrong, password is wrong, both are same message. What the message? Driver loaded successfully. Invalid username and what password. Login is what? Denied. You want me to write that point? Hmm? రాద్దాంలే ఏం చేద్దాం ఖాళీగా ఖాళీగా ఉన్నారుగా సంథింగ్ లైక్ ఎర్రర్స్ ఎర్రర్స్ error one. If the username password, if we give the wrong username or password, we will get error. What error, amma? We get error, uh, invalid username and what password, login denied, warrior something. Actually article errors, we have some numbers actually. Warrior 10, sorry, 01017, right? Exactly. There are different types of what errors. Different types of what errors. Most frequently you'll get this one errors. First one, if we give the wrong username password, you get the error like this. Okay. So can you please give the URL is wrong? Let me give some URL is wrong. In place of thin, let me write the tin. Let me write what? Thing. Let me run this code once. Okay. Now it's saying error message what am I? Invalid article URL is specified. Yes. If we give the tell me guys, if we give the wrong URL, you will get what? Error. You will get the error message what am I? Invalid article URL is specified. Article URL is specified. Exactly. It's like that. Can you please check the point? So manager, if you give the local host is wrong. Local host is wrong means what? Local host is wrong means URL is valid, invalid URL. Invalid URL, right? Exactly. See guys, the network, the network adapter could not establish the connection. The network adapter could not establish the connection because unknown host exception. Unknown host. Which one, amma? Locus, something like again, local host wrong, right? Yes, exactly. You get the point? Like that, just you need to check the code, guys. Local host. If you give the driver class name is wrong, what happened here? Could not find class not found exception, right? Article driver is finding or not finding, not finding. That's fine. It's like different types of error we need to check. We clear? How to load the driver? Tell me. Step one. How to load the driver? Class dot. Class dot what? For name. For name is initial method, static method. Uh, Static method we are calling like class dot for name, right? When you load the driver, what the driver that class contains what static block, right? What the static block will do? That static block will create the object and load the driver into driver manager service. Step one. Step two is what? Create the connection. How to create a connection? Get connection method. Get connection method belongs to driver manager. Very good. Driver manager get connection. Expecting how many arguments? Three. Database URL, database username, database password. It return the connection object. Enough. Step two is done. Step four is what? Release the resources. Connection dot what? Close. If you call the close method, instead of waiting for automatic release, immediately it will close. How to check is it closed or not? Is closed method is there. Is closed method will check the data is closed or not. And JDBC predefined support how many packages? Two packages. What are the two packages? Java.sql and Java X.sql. What are the different types of drivers? Type 1 driver, type 2 driver, type 3 driver, type 4. What are type 1? JDBC, ODBC bridge driver. Second one is what? uh, Native partial Java driver. Third one is network protocol driver. Fourth one is a pure thin driver, pure Java driver, right? Yeah, guys, that's all about your steps. You got the point, right? Yeah. Today, you please do this all the points, ma. I'll share these notes. You just check the notes and you complete these all the points. So, meeting next class. We'll go for what you can say third step writing the process code. It will take one class again. So we'll take one more class for the first application. So how many class? Three classes about the first application only. Exactly. Yeah, bye guys. Guys, any questions, online students? Govardhan class notes link you want me share? One second, Govardhan. Guys, for this class notes link is protectedtest.com/adv java kk. When you open that link, it is asking password. The password is Java, right? Yeah. Bye, Likita.